With Avengers Endgame finally out this week, the entire cast and all the press saw the movie already this week. Now there's just going to be spoilers and comments and reactions online. Everything that I've read and seen has pretty much said, wow, it blew away my expectations. It's everything you thought it was going to be and everything you didn't think it was going to be. So obviously in the past year since Infinity War, we have seen and read a ton of theories, and there's been tons of speculation. There was leaked photos from set, and everybody started to get the idea we're going back in time. With the last few days leading up, I am in such anticipation that I just had to make a video. I had to get it all out there because honestly, it's what I'm thinking about laying in bed at night. I'm thinking of what's gonna happen, what could happen. Is it gonna be the complete opposite of what I expect, or is it gonna be exactly what we thought? Which I don't think it's going to be exactly what we thought, because you know the Russo brothers are always having something up their sleeve, and it's going to be something totally opposite of what we thought. So right off the bat, no, the Ant-Man and Thanos theory is not going to happen. It's a kids movie. Second of all, obviously we all figure they're going to take the quantum realm like leap. They're all in those quantum realm suits. They're all going to go back in time. That's the biggest, most likely plot line that's going to happen. But honestly, in the past year, with all the predictions and theories and whatnot, I could only really think I know the first act, but thinking about the second and third, I don't know what could happen. I know in the first hour or so, it's going to be morning, it's going to be planning, it's going to be Ant-Man. Somehow, I hope they explain how he got out of the quantum realm, but it's going to be him meeting up with Captain America, and it's going to be him meeting with Black Widow, and who else is there? Thor, Rocket, and War Machine, and they got to find Hawkeye, which they're going to find Ronan, and he's lost his whole family, yada yada. And then the pager stops, and we see Carol step into the scene, and they're going to meet her, catch up with her, plan this whole thing. They're going to go save Tony and Nebula. That's where that scene in the trailer, we can see them all in the ship. That's what I think. But still, all of that could just happen in the first hour or so. And then from there on, I have no idea. I mean, they have to figure with Bruce there, he can do the technology, he can find the way to use the quantum realm because Scott doesn't know it. There's no Hank around to help him, and from there on, I don't know. I hope there's a lot of time travel, that they have to go back in time to the first Avengers movie, to the first Thor, to Guardians of the Galaxy, and try and grab all those Infinity Stones before Thanos ever gets a chance to, or collect them all before he can. And I don't know, Captain Marvel wields the shield, wields the Infinity Gauntlet, or they just destroyed the stones altogether, like one by one. And something that I was thinking about so thoroughly the other night was the Soul Stone. So I think the people who didn't turn to dust with the snap, like Gamora and Loki, won't come back. If we have a different time period or a different time frame to where they, I don't know, like that's what keeps me awake at night, thinking of the Soul Stone. They, in order to destroy it, they have to gain it, like they have to get it, but they have to sacrifice somebody. So we figure Tony will die and Steve Rogers will die. Maybe Thor. I don't know what they're gonna do with Thor because he's pretty much done with these movies as well. I think, yeah. Or are they getting another Thor? I think so. He won't die. But is Steve gonna sacrifice himself? Is Tony gonna sacrifice himself? Is somebody going to, in order to get that Soul Stone and destroy it? Does that mean that in the other time, like time realm, or that other timeline, is Gamora still gonna be alive? I kind of feel like they, as heartbreaking as it was to see Gamora die, I feel like it should be a permanent thing. Same with Loki. I feel like we're only going to see Loki when we're traveling back in time, and we're going to have some humor, some comedic scenes, which I saw a lot of reviews as well, reactions saying they were surprised how much humor was in it, which is great because I figure we're going in very dark and mourning and sad. We're sad about everyone we lost, and obviously everyone has tears in their eyes. Thor sitting there crying, Rocket looks for comfort with Nebula, or Nebula comforts him. It's gonna be sad, and people were surprised with how much humor there was in it, so that excites me. All these characters have so much banter between each other, so I'm not surprised, and I'm glad that they're gonna incorporate a lot of that into this last one, rather than sad, crying, vengeance, get everybody back kind of a thing. And I think we're going to see a lot of tears of joy this time around, versus last time it was a lot of tears of sadness for losing everybody in the dust. This time around, we're going to get people back, and people will be happy. Some people won't. Tony dying or Steve dying. So yeah, I'm just hoping that there is a lot of time travel. I really don't know what to expect with the stones and what their plan is exactly. I know that I'm really hoping, obviously, yes, all of them to work together and Captain Marvel to just whoop Thanos and all of them bring him down, but I want Nebula so bad, more than anything, to get that final blow to Thanos, and just for herself, for Gamora, for her entire life. Like, they all have lost people and have lost things because of Thanos, but nobody more than Gamora and Nebula, and I feel like Nebula should get that final, like, straight to the head and last words or something with Thanos, something meaningful, because everyone knows it. Everyone knows Nebula was evil in Guardians because of the torture she had been through, and it's very emotional. I feel very, very passionate about Nebula being able to be the one to finally kill him. And yes, they all work together, but she gets the final words or something to have that kind of meaningful scene. It would mean a lot. So I hope that Nebula is the one to do it. A lot of people were also saying the first hour or so was dull, which obviously I won't think it will be. I don't think anyone would, because we're just excited for every second of this film. But I see how it's just them coming together. That's what we need. It's all story we need. I really need to know how Scott got out of the quantum realm, like, by himself. I need him to explain that, because that really tripped me up in the end credit scenes when he shows up at the door, and I want to know how he gets out, because then he's like, oh, actually I saw the future, or somehow I discovered we can go back in time, yada yada. I want to definitely see that explained. Seriously, all this stuff runs through my head, and I needed a video to get all out of my system because it's too much anticipation, and I'm way too nervous and anxious to see what happens, find out what happens. We're obviously going to get Spider-Man back, because we have Spider-Man Far From Home coming out in July. We'll get Nick Fury. We'll get pretty much all of them back, but like I said, I hope we don't get Gamora back in some ways, and same with Loki, and we'll see. But I hope, another one, yes, so that they tease towards the end, the New Avengers. There won't be an end credit scene in this film, sadly, because there's nothing else to continue after this. This is it. So that was confirmed today, that there was no end credit scene. So don't stick around unless you want to sit and just like soak it in for a little bit, but there won't be an end credit scene. But towards the end, like, obviously in the first trailer, everyone's like hinting, oh, haha, like a hot guy, Kate Bishop, but that's like his daughter. And I don't believe it was Kate Bishop. I hope they don't make him his daughter. I'd hope they don't make her his daughter, which I don't think they will, but I feel like towards the end, they're gonna hint at like, oh, it's a new age, or we have new people, or so-and-so came out, maybe because they changed the timeline in going back in time, that now when they go back to the present, they have these people who had stepped up in their absence, and now we get the New Avengers, and we get the younger folk, we get Kate Bishop. I know that there was some casting that happened previously that hints at the New Avengers. There won't be an end credit scene, so I'm thinking they're gonna put that towards the end, a little nod to it, towards the future of it, because we're losing all our original guys and we're gonna bring in the new crew. So I'll probably add on to this, maybe I'll make another one, but I just had to get all this out of my system because I'm just thinking too much and I'm too anxious and excited. I'm sure everyone else is as well. If my theories sound weird or far out there, or you agree, or you think something else will happen, please let me know, because I want to talk it all up and then see everything and finally have this weight off our shoulders. For the past year, we were left high and dry after Infinity War, crying, sad, waiting an entire year. I don't know how it's already here and it's already time, but I'm excited, and it's gonna be a very emotional night. 10 years worth of seeing all of these films in theaters with my dad, with my family, just living it up. I'm gonna get emotional right now just talking about it. Seeing them at Comic-Con, waiting all this time. It's very passionate for all of us, and for myself, I'm very excited. I can't wait to see how it all ends, and then to start the new era of it, because Disney is not done here for sure. This is 22 films in the making. It's insane, but I know they got way more up their sleeves, and I'm ready for the new, not animated series, some of them animated, but the new Disney series for the spin-offs for some of these characters, and then the new age of the New Avengers. So I'll probably add more, but I said that all in one breath. I think I said everything that's been on my mind, probably more later, and I don't know. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys like the movie. I hope it's so amazing. I'm so excited.